Good morning, everybody. Coming to you this morning from Minnesota. I'm just gonna add to my new mini series this morning and talk a little bit about the Skinny on Ease. We're gonna talk about Ease today. So Ease is the product that Plexus has come up with that is going to target the third thing that they target and do very well, okay? So Plexus is a company about health. It is about stabilizing your blood sugar, and that's not just for diabetics, that's for everybody. Stabilizing your blood sugar, gut health, and overall cellular inflammation, chronic inflammation, okay? So this is what is going to target our chronic inflammation. And if you don't think you have it, I'm gonna challenge you on that, okay? So inflammation, acute, chronic. Acute, you bang your finger with a hammer when you're trying to hang up a picture, right? Acute inflammation. Your body's inflammatory response to the damage you just did, okay? It's a protective mechanism. But cellular inflammation, low-grade chronic inflammation is different. So you think of that as when you, appearance-wise, somebody looks puffy or doughy, they have chronic inflammation going on, okay? So symptoms of this can be things that are pretty general, but it would be not sleeping well, having fatigue for no apparent reason during the day, digestive issues, mood disorders, and of course the obvious, which would be joint pain, discomfort, joint discomfort, right? Okay, so this Ease product, which is pretty magical in and of itself, is pretty fascinating. The ingredients were very fascinating to me when I had reviewed this the first time. And at that time I was not using the Ease, but now here's my story on the Ease, okay? So I ordered this Ease to have on hand, and then I realized when Scott got done at the end of the day after he'd been in his wood shop, he would come in and be doing this all the time. And his hands and his joints ached. And I thought, we're gonna give this a shot. So we got him started on the Ease at the loading dose because I knew there was something that we needed to treat, right? And within 3 days, he said that he no longer had those big time aches and pains in his joints. So he saw relief within 3 days. So that made me think, I think I'm gonna give this a try and see what happens. Now, granted, I didn't start it as high a dose as he did because I wasn't really treating something, but after a couple months of usage, I'm noticing my rings are very loosey-goosey when normally this time of the year they would not be, they would be rock solid. Another thing that I noticed, of course, we women, we wear the high zip-up boots in the wintertime pretty consistently. And I have what I have always joked as cankles. So I don't really see a lot of definition in the change from my ankle to my calf. It's just thick. Now this is the first season where I have been able to wear my zip up boots, also with the crazy socks underneath them, which I wouldn't be able to do, and I can zip them all the way up without using the expansion zip unit that I also have to get on those boots. So again, it's not a big thing, but it proved to me that even though I didn't think that I was somebody that had inflammation, low-grade inflammation going on, I did. I clearly did. Okay, so that is my story on that. Now the main star of the show in this, listen up now, it's Lipronol. Lipronol is what they have extracted from the New Zealand green-lipped mussel. So if you have a shellfish allergy, I am so very sorry, but this will not be for you. Yeah, you'd probably be allergic to this. You'd want to be very cautious of this. But the Lipronol is what is really the star of our show here. There are also other things other than the Lipronol that is in here. So bromelain, serrapeptase, which are enzymes that help break down proteins, and then also turmeric, which is wonderful in ancient medicine that we're aware of that is used for chronic inflammation. Okay, so if you want more of the nitty-gritty, and who doesn't? That's the best part. Watch the other video because I do get into more of those ingredients and what they specifically do, okay? So we take this, if you are treating something for chronic inflammation, this is a great product to be using. So we again, start at a loading dose and you get into a maintenance dose, meaning the lowest effective dose for you, what works for you. Now, this can replace your non-steroidals in your medicine cabinet. So things like ibuprofen, naproxen, Tylenol, even though Tylenol does not target inflammation as a pain reliever, right? So think of, you're going to the dentist and they get in there with that pick, right? And you get home and you're in a little discomfort. Take this before you go. You're getting on an airplane. You know that your ears are gonna pop and it's gonna kind of be a miserable experience. Take this before you go, okay? So things like that, just to have it around in your medicine cabinet. And of course, if you're the one that wants to be using this long-term, which you might want to consider that, then you'd be using it long-term, okay? So does that make sense? Now, this doctor that developed this system, he actually opened one of the first pain relief clinics, pain management clinics, this side of the Mississippi. So he knows what he's doing. And he developed the Ease capsules, and he also developed the Ease cream. Now the Ease cream I don't have, but I have heard it is magical. It takes just a little drop, and you apply that to the outside to work in, and you take these to the inside to work out, okay? So that is what makes this a really good system. So I hope that got you intrigued and thinking on that the Ease can really be something that you want in your toolbox, especially if you want to get away from the traditional prescription meds or non-prescription meds that just aren't doing anything and that can be hard on your organs with long-term high-dose use, okay? So if you have any questions on this product, throw them in the comments. Send them to the ambassador or your own sponsor who sent you this video. And again, there is a longer video out there, so if you're more interested in the ingredients, give that a whirl, okay? I hope you all have a great day, and thanks for tuning in.